Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, look, thousands of people are now losing their jobs with FedEx. And like I said before, I don't really like to get into all of the, reviews and stuff like that. So you can kind of watch it like a news source. I like to dissect the information and bring it bring it to you guys in in a fashion where you understand the nuance of what's going on with these companies and who's behind these things that are happening. So, based on the information that I know, is that these are all federal cuts, and the people that are losing their jobs with FedEx is really hitting hard in the state of Tennessee, city of Memphis, and it's crazy because it's not just FedEx. It was also tied to that county. There was another major corporation um, called Methodist Healthcare, and they laid off, I believe, like 200 people. Now, we all know the bigger proposition as to why these things are happening. Um, when it comes to future terms, we all know that AI is the big, suspect to all these people losing these jobs that are supposedly stable, supposedly go get you a good job, and supposedly, you're gonna live life great, right? That's supposed to be the American dream. Now, also, a reason that this is happening is that they're having a lot of Fed cuts, right? So the money that's supposedly filtered in order to um, take care of these federal jobs, FedEx, UPS, and companies like that, their money is being um taken away. So that the CEO, the founders and stuff like that, they're not about to they're not about to go into their vault and get their money that they've been stashing away for, hundreds of years to take care of these people that are getting laid off, right? Because we all know there's a slight difference between getting laid off and getting fired, right? So these people are getting laid off, and like I said, they're saying that it's federal budget cuts, right? We all know, like I said, AI is they're holding that money so that they can budget a way to set up the AI system so it can start to replace these people, um, as time moves on toward the future, right? So if you've been staying aware, like I've been kind of sharing with you guys over the last 3 months, into as to which I had made a video prior to this video about the UPS layoffs, because UPS just laid off not thousands of people, but upwards to about 30,000 people. And that definitely had a lot to do with AI because they said it did, right? They were pretty bold, in a statement. They said that they were, laying these people off within the warehouse because they wanted to use AI in order to better run their company. They want it to be more efficient. And the thing about it is that, you know, these are some good people, man. These people stay on these jobs like UPS, FedEx for multiple years. A lot of these people, they they put this money away in like these 401ks and stuff like that that's promised to take care of you, and they put this money away, and a lot of these people, use this money to put their kids to school. So they actually had to dive into their 401ks and cut into it because they needed that money, not just for schools, but also for living expenses, right? Because remember, things have only been going up within the last 5 years, 5 to 10 years, right? Inflation, that's been around, and it's only getting stronger. So these people had to dive into to these pools of money that supposedly supposed to take care of you when you get to 65 years of age, which we all know is absolute bullshit. Those pools of money are not controlled by the people. Those pools of money are controlled by the oligarchies. They're controlled by these massive insurance companies that stick their hands into these pools and take out their fees, take out their money, take out not their money, but the people's money. And it's nasty work because people don't know whether to look left, they don't know whether to look right, they don't know who to trust. This country is is a cesspool, man. Like you don't know who the hell you can turn to because everybody's got their hands into something. Everybody has a agenda. Everybody has propaganda that they're building up in order to torch the hardworking man and woman. So this shit has to come to a stop. These are some good people, man. These, like I said, they put so much time into these jobs just to get treated like shit. That when you get to the job, they get you in there and they say, "Hey, don't clock in. Come and see me at the office." You go down to the office, you think you about to work that day. You go down to the office, have a seat. You got paperwork in front of you. You got about two or three other uh what they call bosses in front of you, and they saying, "Hey man, it's not you, it's us." They give you these bullshit uh statements to make you feel that it's not you. But in all actuality, they know it's you. Because if they can get you out of there, they could hold on to some money. They could hold on to some profit. They ask you to sign these papers. And you know what those papers, you could just see the emotion in these people's faces. If you just stop and imagine these people 50 years old, 40 years old at these tables and they're getting ready to sign this paperwork and tears just arise in their eyes because they just know how much work they put into these companies. And as they sign these papers, that's it. That's all. Bye bye. There's no celebration. There's there's no congratulations at the end of the tunnel, because remember, at the end of the tunnel there's supposed to be a light at the end of the tunnel with jobs. Yet you guys defend these things, and you know they're not built and designed for the hardworking man and woman. So as I continue to make these videos, as I continue to spread this awareness, it's happening right before your eyes. Don't fall in love with this shit. Don't believe in the hype that they want you to be the man, be the guy, climb the ladder. It's a psyop. Trust me. I've been watching this shit for years. From my generation to my mother and father's generation to my grandparents' generation. It's a psyop. It's bullshit. Straight up. And I feel really bad for these people, man, because a lot of these people they're baby boomers, and they just can't get it in their head that these companies don't love you. That oligarchy man don't love you. But the Gen Z generation, they're so smart. They just have a knack of understanding, like, man, this isn't it. And I always applaud them for it. Generation Z. Millennials, we got it 50-50 in our blood. Some of us not 50-50, but 80-20 of knowing this shit. I got it. I got that 80-20 because the other 20% sometimes to make, hey, San Nicolas brand, maybe it's just something there that you could just, if you could just find it, you could just, you could tweak it, and maybe you can make this work. You fucking can't make it work because it's not designed for it. You can work as hard as you want, the right way, not kissing ass, not doing devious things to get your fellow coworker fired, the right way. That way doesn't even work. And to these people that are laid off, I apologize on behalf of these evil people, man, because I know those companies have money enough to hold these people over. They do. They've been in business for hundreds of years, doing the same shit for hundreds of years. Is snatching these fat profits and paying out people little cracker crumbs. And then at the end of the day, 50 years old, see you later. That's all I got for you guys, man. If your thoughts align with my thoughts, like and subscribe to this video. As always, I'm bringing nothing but the truth to you guys. I'm keeping it raw, straight, and uncut. So, it's your boy. And remember, the truth is in session. Peace.